Alright, I'm going to make a video on OBS Studio in Windows. And so, if you go to the internet, type in OBS Studio, it'll look like that. Click on it, download it. Let me get this out of here. So go over here to Windows, and it'll automatically start downloading it in here. Shouldn't take too long. Now, if you want it to stream vertical so that your stream will show up in the shorts feed, you'll need to download a vertical plugin. I have had a lot of success doing that until recently, and I couldn't tell you why it doesn't work anymore. I mean, it still streams. Anyway, let's get over here and open this. Okay. Run as an administrator. You don't necessarily need to do that. I just do that out of habit. And then OBS will ask you things like they normally do for most apps, and it should install pretty quickly. Just to keep this simple, I won't show you any of the vertical plugin stuff because that doesn't really matter. But by default, it's a little tricky to stream vertically with OBS. Okay, so let's launch it. Okay, and then another thing, you're going to need to be signed into your YouTube account. It's asking me to update now. Let's just go ahead and update it. Yes. I don't know why it didn't download it automatically with the updates. So that's kind of strange. I guess it's easier for them to do it that way. Okay. So now we're in OBS. And then I'm going to log into my account. I'll be right back. Or actually, I'm not going to, because I'm filming. What will happen is it will send a message to the phone and it'll kick me out. So let me get into the YouTube and just let me see. So in the YouTube, you would sign in and you would get into your account and you would click up in the corner create, and you would click go live. And then when you click go live, it'll pull up another screen. It'll show you're gonna, that's a whole nother video. You need to figure out how to set up a live stream, and you can get the stream key. Okay, you need the stream key, and so that's what we're not going to be able to show in this video. I'll do that in another video because I'll have to prepare it ahead of time anyway. But in OBS, once you're up and running, usually it'll do like an automatic setup. I don't know why this one didn't. It'll ask you, what are you going to primarily do? Or you can create a profile. So we'll use this one called Untitled. It should have already did something. So new profile, name your profile what you want. Like in Jim's case, maybe, what is it? The 2 meter AM or SSB. You just name it what you want it and show the auto configuration wizard. Okay. So you want to optimize it for either recording or streaming. And by default, it will say streaming. Or I will only be using the virtual camera, which is weird. Okay. Click next. It's going to look at your frames per second. I'm going to set it to 30. I don't want it faster than that. Use the current 30. Either 60 or 30, prefer 60 either. So just put it at 30 unless you have like a super duper computer. And you can change the base resolution if you want to. But I don't know how much of a difference that will make. So we'll click next. We don't want to use Twitch unless you're going to use Twitch, and I really don't know how you do that. So it's going to be the one that says YouTube RTMPS. There are other services like Facebook Live, Restream, and Twitter. And I was going to mention this to Jim because maybe some of these other ones would also be easier to use. But I use YouTube. So you can connect your account automatic. I've had issues doing that. That's why I don't do that. So if you do that, then it'll go and ask you to do all this other crap. And it'll log into your account. It'll ask you to verify, blah, blah, blah. I prefer to use the stream key method. So basically, you pick your service, you punch your stream key in here, and then once you do that, you click next, and then it connects it, okay? It knows what the stream key is. So then you go into YouTube, and you schedule or start a stream, and then you come into here. After you get all your cameras and stuff set up, you come into here and you click the start streaming one here. So to add a camera or anything, you go into where it says scenes down here. Let's see, we have scenes. You can add different scenes that have different setups, but for now we're just going to leave this one like it is. We'll go over here to where it says sources. It says you don't have any sources. We click that, and we can slide up here to display capture. Okay, that's one thing I use a lot. And let's see. We're going to create new, and we select our display, which I don't know why it's not showing up correctly. And it'll also capture the audio of anything happening on the display. It's going to show you an endless loop of a loop of a loop of a loop because you're viewing it here. Okay? And then, let's say we wanted to add a camera. We go over here to video capture devices. Let me grab a webcam real quick. Okay, so I have a camera right here. It's on a tripod. We'll grab the other end of the cord. We will move it over here. I'm just doing this on the fly, guys. Okay. I'm gonna use this little computer here. Plug it in. Okay. Camera's pointed at me. I'm going to come in here, video capture, create new, click OK, and there I am. We can look at whatever we want. There's the station behind me. So, and then you click OK, and you can move this stuff around. Okay, so let's put this in front. I'm over here, and I can make myself bigger or larger depending on, you know, I can move the camera around. The camera is like literally right in my face though, so I usually put myself up in the corner. If you're not further back, you know, you're gonna have a hard time. If it's a webcam, you really can't zoom in and out on most of them, so you're stuck with whatever it's gonna do. So if I wanted to be like, let's say I was making a video and I was talking about like radios or whatever. Let's go to Amazon. What I usually do, if it'll let me do it, I'll kind of move it to where I can watch it. See here, we can kind of see what we're doing on the screen there. So this is how you can do stuff with OBS. And when you move this part here, you can change where it's going to be. I can use like half of my screen if I want to. We'll bring it up here. And then we'll move this over here. But then I can adjust this one. So we need to click on that one. So that one's the full screen, but let's say I don't want like the full screen. So that way I can hide something else that I'm doing in the workspace. I can just go like this. But it won't let you, you know, do it like that. You just have to deal with whatever the compromise is. So you can see right there. So that's you know, kind of a quick and dirty rundown of OBS Studio. It takes a lot to figure it out, but that might get you started, Jim. So I'm basically making this video for Jim. So anybody else that gets some help out of it, that's cool. Catch you guys later.